Abusiamiri check say if why ya so ye e de bobi bia sabere wa sukuru so wutie mi mede ka ka che so fidie mi ade nsempa koten e de eba wudowuro ene ti mesrew so be tami kutu na ye de kasebo no abesomo mpepra no ka say yewura Victor Smith ono ene wo de kasa bi abatu dwa in fact uko social media no so akasa no agent trene ma enya gbokra
absolutely rubbish government rubbish yes
and now before that no His Excellency the elect John Dramani Mahama me no ka say UN omoso edomani munyam abeta na chi abawation congratulation na mpo omodi atudwa say omoso bebo omodi bia say ombere ombe support na ono so na mebo no etumi afa ne tampa ayere efra na before that no yekotie nsem a yewura Victor Smith wada betudwa in fact agent training ewo kasafidi so ne yekoba afi abowurum ewo yewura John Dramani Mahama.
But of course I mean they are cost so in the last 8 years. 2020, we didn't believe that the MPP won the election.
You still don't believe?
We still don't believe it. We still don't believe it. They know what they did. In fact, one point, because you know, but he wasn't going to speak in one of his
communications.
No, yeah. But then we allowed peace to reign, and Ghanaians had enough time to assess absolutely rubbish government. Rubbish. Yes.
A non-performing government cannot be
rubbish in the sense that it brought hardships to the people of this country, including pensioners. Obia ye juma the life in no pension. Now what do musaka kanisika? Who hardly? If I lose my father or my uncle or my brother, I will not like you because of who actions. So some of the people have died, and I know a classic case of that. Kama, chief executive, the owner of Kama
group of companies.
Yeah, Ajekum.
Yeah, Mr. Ajekum.
He was talking about it 2 weeks later. He was dead because omusika obedience kanisika ordinary dream. You know, but it makes them people suffer heart a failure and idea because the plans in to consume. Meanwhile, when you into Ibia, on to me inquire bibi.
Okay, cannot anyhow.
Now, just one same my life in Yamami. People have died. And you know, I met one of those. They had an association, and no more complained. They lamented. They tried hard to try and get government to back off. And this government said, "Let's say to me, who $5 million will be fair? What do you think? Take the people for? There's anger. There's anger and hunger, both of them in people." Some of these hooligans who are creating problems, some of them is from frustrations in life caused by a bad administrator, bad governance.
Yes, some person, yes, sir.
We say bad governance.
And yes, some person, yes, sir.
Yeah, frustration. I'm frustrated to be life. Just the life in here, just maybe then we are seeing type of thing. And on some of them were copycat from what had happened previously. In the changeover. When MPP came in 2001, their course, 2016, both created this kind of problems. The most recent ones, and over the youth who are misbehaving, they may not go far back as 2000, but we all witnessed it. We are old enough to know that what happened. Ni ye sisi cars. We car not a forward that when obiabo attack na a government car. 2016. 2017 and a mobile power. And then the year who Ghana ha. Even kwa bura a court. Eko yi releasing for. Even mo pam for fast. They went there chasing Danka Bruce officer, police officer. They drag you down. They make you look like you are a criminal. And see, some of them is a copycat behavior. But MPP leadership at the time did not call these people to their people to order. And I'm a copycat a syndrome now Kyei-duah. Yemfwa sukra and Ranajo, President Mahama, President-elect Okasaye against it. He was so frustrated about what is the meaning of this. You know, he called and asked me about it. Ayenzano. And then I buy about a EC office. At the time, I'm in a here. So I called the PC. What happened? No, I say, a press conference and he said, no, I had a demonstration. Otia say almost and there were police people guarding the place. So they had no fire tender. So when they set the fire, they just destroyed.
So even the president-elect is frustrated with what is going on because
he doesn't like it. It's not good for the country. It is not. You cannot destroy to build. We have come to try and build a better Ghana for all Ghanaians. These people have got to be contained, and it's not only NDC. NPP for able rank or for a warehouses and even fear because they knew that they had been given in Adrianini, other fertilizer and other things. Now come on campaign and the been keep you fear. And then there are general bad people in town. You see, Krubia Mensa, there are some people who may not be NDC MBB.
He take advantage of the time.
Yeah, so we could say they are NDC people. I mean, there's no doubt. Ghana Gas, and I suspect that it was not a boy who used that platform as a spokesperson of Ghana Gas. Odididi Bahamatem. Owusu Bempa. He has created that problem for Ghana Gas. Ghana Gas, we should send him home today. That boy has not behaved well, and he made Ghana Gas look as if. You see, that's why the people went there. Otherwise, what would they go and do in Ghana Gas? Who compared them all? Can you run a gas company?
Yeah, Ghana, dear.
No, we're using as a platform to attack. I mean, our chicken that lays the golden egg, So the moment power came to house, our boys said that this is the time to get you. You know, and seriously, I even though I don't subscribe to the people going there, he brought it upon the company by the almost misbehaving. Nobody called him to order. And my problem is that if leadership doesn't call people to order, Mahama first day before even he was announced, declared as the president-elect. We had a little chat on this matter, and he had told Sami Jenfi to go out there and issue a statement or have a press conference. I don't know whether you attended.
Yeah, we had that one.
Yeah, he did.
That is how far President Mahama can go.
Well, he told them to stop, talk to them. Then during his own speech after the declaration, he made reference to it. And yesterday he was very infuriated. So now he comes out himself because Uwe Kambum.
So Ghana Gas visuals in the deck. Oh, sir.
Me, I heard it I heard it. I was in an office and said, "Oh,
we need to appeal to them because when you break all this, that's why I still think.
What are they going to do there?
The government money will still go back for innovation, and government already has described this administration say, or they call Abyss. That's the president. So we need to fight back for the Ghana we're all looking for. We will appeal. Uti Uncle Victor the end. And it's a quite visional. It been now fresh ID with the Abanasa, but still an appeal that it is Ghana. Let us fit into the Ghana we all have and we all belong. In fact, that assurance has been given to us by the president-elect and the national chairman of the NDC. So it's one Ghana. So back and forth on that matter, the say it's condemned and nobody.
Yeah, but when you have papers like this one publishing stop rampaging NDC supporters, Baumia to Mama. Baumia, first of all, he was the candidate flag bearer for the MPP. Currently, there's a sitting president. It's a sitting president who must take a necessary action.
But we say more experience will be done. We need to also talk about that. When there's a change in government, security breaks down.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
And because why experience will be that? One for Wendy, there were all manner of.
I'm saying that there were all manner of things.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing was, you see, I'm saying copycat. Yeah. MPP for no, Abraham, yes, I didn't know.
But it was perfect.
Leaders did not take the necessary. In fact, what Mahama is doing now is definitely a positive, and he's telling his people to back off. And that if you commit those crimes, the police will deal with you, the law will deal with you, and he won't come to support you. He's telling his own supporters, don't do what you're doing. And they went to Gapoha. And I'm sure, you see, I said, yeah, Kasano, you know what I'm saying? You can only make public pronouncements.
Yeah.
So we are talking. We are talking to our regional executives of a party office. We are talking constituency. Tell them, go to the community and tell the youth. Say, Woko, let's be a bit too hard. Don't come to us. If they arrest you and prosecute you and jail you or whatever, don't come to us. We didn't come into power.
Sanction this one.
You
didn't sanction this one.
We didn't sanction. We didn't ask anybody to do this. They are just copying what they had been done to us before.
Well, if
you be here, we wouldn't be in this position if we're not ready for it. And say, Yanshare, Yatinasi, we mapped out a manifesto, which was not one of those ordinary manifestos. The kind of people came in and the information we got. I don't suppose we got all the information, the damage, a chrono, how deep it is, the cancer. But we have some, and we built our policies and everything and the promises in the manifesto, everything, based on concrete information that we got, how the damage, how deep the wound, the sore was. Until you be dealing with it now, we have a fair idea of what we want to do to rescue the nation from going to the abyss.
Do you have the men?
We don't let me go. We more than have the men. We are not those who came and said, what a solid team. And we, they ran away from the economy. The solid team, full of economists, they all ran away and left Ken Oforiatta to his own
with the only time say, I said, Monsieur describing a very tough moment for your government.
We are aware.
It's more nipa, nim dia, can opepa, somebody may steer the affairs of this country.
Yes. Look, we've had people travel from afar, Ghanaians, professionals, intellectuals, people who have experience, hands-on experience, were part of the shaping of our manifesto. So out of all the last 3-4 years, we were not joking. I was in that office, governance. I was part of it. Let me share the ECOSO. We are ready. And John Mahama was not, at any stage, he was briefed. He comes to sit down and listens to the argument.
The challenge ahead is enormous because we promises back on here a lean government to execute this big job.
But that should not be too difficult. If people are serious, they can deliver. If you are serious, you can deliver.
A lean government.
I'm telling you.
To deliver this task ahead.
I'm serious.
And the description of the weight ahead is very...
First of all, the debt stock. With the heavy weight, 750 billion plus.
But that's the point I'm saying.
We're
not
not going to go and borrow new money. Who would ask President Mahama, he will tell you, no borrowing for the first year. No borrowing money. We need to use whatever we have, internally generated or locally or domestic, to manage projects, whether those who are viable, which we believe would help this country move forward. We will pursue them and complete them. It doesn't matter whether the MPP started it or not. But we need to finish those ones. We cannot abandon the E-block that we built and they left in the bush to rot because it is Ghana's money. So we won't take new money to go and build new blocks. We will try and clear those ones and finish them. Community day schools so our people can go to school, for instance. We said we're bringing a 24-hour economy. Mm-hmm. It is meant to give 3 times the, if you like, job opportunities that we have presently. The idea is to encourage and motivate private sector to sign on to the 24-hour economy. And with all the motivations or the benefits that come with it, including security, including tax reliefs, so that we can employ more people. So if we're running a 24-hour shift, for those who don't understand it, it means the whole 24 hours, machines are working, for instance. If there's a production, agri-processing thing, machines machines in Kenya, my bread and that. Only part that's in India, after 8 hours, you slow down. So you go and another person comes. So there's another person in employment. And the satellite family in India will benefit from household income. Then there's a third person who also will do the same before they come to the first person again. So 1, 2, 3, with their family, a satellite family in India, they will get some benefit. Either they'll get employment at home privately, they will do, somebody, or wife will be doing wache if you can get some little income for the person. More people will get at least a decent living as opposed to currently.
How are Abaya Hodoni now go to? And I'll tell you, no president in Abba Ghana, inclusive the president-elect, or no not during say or be mismanaging the country. A pen do nana, a how na ye enipa ye free almost a become home. Na yen steer the affairs of the country. One critical area, MPP de Bomusobo, Monso Modiabo MPP Subro say in the history of this country, and your man faketa as a shiny proyam aban with the omonyo. It is more mindful of the people you are engaging to join John Mahama, and then mindful that the watch is on how you fight corruption.
Yeah.
Are you mindful of that?
Very much so. We know, say, about the association. I'm born who modding effort that particular aspect of governance. The corruption thing. They touted this thing that the OSP about. Has the OSP been allowed to work? Between you and I, you know what has happened. The first one was hounded out more or less. He referred to a sitting president as mother serpent of corruption. How else can we describe this government? The leader has been described by the person he appointed. The second one, the current OSP. What's his name? The current OSP.
Mekai, lawyer, I forgot. Mekai, yeah. Ejebin.
What hasn't he said?
Ankwanoma me the meeting bia.
Mr. Okakwane bia ni atete. They say, short of saying this is a very wicked leader, President Akufo-Addo. No, because you appoint the person and then you prevent him from working. What is that supposed to mean?
But is it not our system? When the fight against corruption is on,
why did you bother to set up that one?
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not a lawyer. But if I was given that position, I said those bad people will run out of this country. I can promise you that. You can't. When I was minister, somebody tried to get me to bend the rules. Very good friend of mine from the other side. I still laugh and I still won't do it. The right thing ought to be done. And I followed the legal process. The person doesn't even talk to me anymore because of that. It doesn't matter. He was my friend. Because you won't do the wrong thing and think that the country does, just do what you can do. No. I don't have that attitude in life. And for us, we are going to help John Mahama to deal with that problem. And me, I'm offering myself, say, if any member of our government tries to play games like corruption or any funny deals, I'll be the first to tell the president that this person, I'll point what he's doing can bring us down. You should be bold. Ghana first. That's the policy.
Interacting with the president-elect, one of the challenges this administration has. Are we going to enjoy a 4-year mandate without these reshuffles or the probability of reshuffles?
There will be plenty. Especially, the law says that he should the most of his ministers should come from parliament. And now he has 184 plus.
Parliament.
So now he has a bigger problem.
It's going to be another problem.
180 something people. If they said we are taking 60 ministers.
Regional balance.
Yeah, and all those things. It's stressful. 100 years per, what started fire will be before. So you got to just do something that Obiabetino wants.
Pleasing.
No, Obiabetino wants it, and as we go forward, you must support the president to deliver on his mandate. Now, you be real, I'm not for born abaso. John Mahama is going to leave a legacy. It will be difficult for a lot of people to surpass. Seriously, if this government, they are cautionable, why do you think, I'll be honest with you, they voted for NDC, but the bulk of Ghanaians voted against this government. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Exactly.
They voted for us, NDC for, but the numbers we had meant that people disliked what this government has done.
Fed up, rather.
They were just quiet. Ghanaians are strange, though.
Ghanaians can be fed up, but they'll be quiet.
Yes. I mean, no. I was saying that campaign, sometimes you're trying to read people's body language, say, are they supporting us or they're not supporting you?
God's crowd,
I was on the street everywhere. I don't know whether you saw any of my
footage. Some of your short videos.
Yeah, with flags and everything.
Yeah.
I stand back and watch how people respond to campaign, You can see some, like in Kumasi, the one that surprised me most, Ahojo ran about. We had occupied the place, we were flagging, the music was on, we were telling them how we are coming to change this country. A woman stopped her car in traffic. She wasn't an NDC person. I didn't know her from anywhere. She walked up and said, please go and brand my car NDC. Asante Krom. Or I must say a winning election.
Okay, sir.
Or say, go and brand it. I want you to brand it. Let me see, we don't do branding here, so I gave her the small flags like this is mommy. It's like now it's like they felt relieved that I didn't cost no time. So who find out especially with Kumasi, no so who be look things against NPP I hear obey trouble. And it be my di omucha yan ho. Also another serious matter. Obi trying who say, oh mama mo ham ho, you better mama no ko. On shall cry or can or
and you were tremboko
or can or
you better
mama. I'm serious. I feel people like that, you know.
So they had decided, and you had that idea in mind, saying, "Governor, or maybe disappointing people in the Ashanti region."
I was almost certain. I went to. There was another video of mine dancing with women at market in my Edum. Me, I stood by this MPP woman in the store. I said, "I didn't do a big jam store in him. Me ndo mo party o. Me call. No me say ha na me jina. Ni ye bodrum. No say and then they be here. Let me see how they. Say me call ye. Me su me your gram. How are you woman going to beat me? Eventually, before I left there within 30 minutes, she had put on our scarf. Then she was dancing and bracing me all over the place. This was their leader on that line, MPP woman. So I knew immediately there was a problem for the MPP. But you see, as I went to Minka, party, but they have made people suffer, but who can find Yakoka?
Apart from saying I'm fire fed up, what actually also added up to that huge margins this unprecedented results are by?
No, so I told you clearly say NDC for the better NDC. Normally people say that about 45% or more you check MPP for FAB. The little percentage now what they call the floating for no.
Yeah.
In this occasion, floating for no to my and the NPP for to my I'm telling for free. Some of the MPs, they voted for Mahama to come, so they will get rid of the Achim mafia.
Achim.
I'm telling you, I'm an Achim. I'm telling you for free. I'm not part of the mafia.
Achim played a role.
I'm telling you, they want the thing back in Ashanti. We all know, we've done our assessment as politicians. They don't want what Nana Akufo-Addo did.
But this Achim mafia, does it exist?
It does. You and I know that they do. There are people. The whole thing around President Akufo-Addo were Achim mafia. I got to check with President Akufo-Addo and his brother. I've sat by him for 20 years and more. We're friends, but the fact remains that he had that group around him. Gabi, Bedieto, his own brother, Ken Ofurata, and others Ofurata for being at any Ofurata, Duke, they are all like connected with that mafia. They were doing for Chebi. I have seen Chebi. Ochihi is my friend too. But the fact remains that Ghana first. You don't run this country down for a small group of people.
So you're going to do Bole Mafia?
Of course not. Why do I look at all come from there? No, the fact remains that the president comes from there. But the president is aware that this is the biggest test. He has done 4 years before. He was vice president, took over from the late Professor Mills, may he rest in peace. And now, God has for the historic return, the comeback kid. He's back on the block. And I'm saying this time around, President Mahama knows that he must leave a legacy for years to come. Like we talk about Kwame Nkrumah, they will talk about him. And I believe that. That's why I'm backing President Mahama. I've backed him throughout. From the time before he became running mate, vice president, he's been my friend forever. Not because he's just a friend. I know Najimudo. He's a calmer person than me. That one everybody knows. He's a very calm person. But sometimes if people want to abuse this, he will crack the whip. I know that about him too. He's very quiet, but he will deal with you. And then make us say, any of our appointees, if you go there with intention that you're going to misbehave or do something which Ghana or however Ghana they are, and they will give you a letter to go home. Because there are more people to choose from.
So what should be our expectation that when President Mahama is sworn in on January 7, 2025, how soon will it be in the minister's number?
I think he mentioned 2 weeks or something like that.
2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks. So that means he has to do it before.
Record.
He has to do it before.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Why? If you're going to choose 60 people, you already know most of the people, you know them. Those who are going to come from outside your.
Is it not going to be hasty like 2 weeks?
No. We have people. You ejuma yo, masa. You ejuma yo. You cannot going to waste time.
Dragging.
To say party. You know. I'm sure quite a party quite will feel one way President Muhammad will be full. Because